Doris, always welcome to the show. As the Lakers look to avoid falling into the play-in tournament down the stretch, how soon do they need LeBron James to return?
Yeah, count me amongst the people who are concerned at the lack of repetition competitively together, Stephen A. The defense clearly has held up. It's been an offensive struggle for the Lakers on a night-by-night basis. The one positive that you can take from this has been the play of Dennis Schroeder, who has been aggressive as a playmaker, and I think really improved that skill set. And so for the Lakers long-term, I think that's helpful. But I don't think it's just a matter, I know coaches say all the time, I'd rather be rested and ready and healthy. But to me, you've got to get some repetition. I'm hearing Friday. I'm hearing Sunday. I'm guessing more likely Sunday. We'll see.
I completely agree with you, Doris. I need to transition to the Washington Wizards for a second here, because even though when the category of clutch, it's the last 5 minutes of the game, you're within 5 points. This next individual I'm about to bring up shooting 42% from the field, 20% from three-point range in clutch time. But he is still a prolific scorer and having a sensational year. Bradley Beal is coming off a 45-point performance in the loss to the Spurs Monday, and he currently has a slight edge over Steph Curry in a race for the scoring title. What has impressed you most about Beal this season?
You know, I'm going to just go a little bit broader and say what's impressed me most about this young man is think about when he comes in from Florida. He's a catch-and-shoot, sweet shooting three-point, 17-foot jump shooter. Stephen A., this guy has become a remarkably dangerous threat from everywhere on the floor. You can put him as a lead ball handler in pick and roll. He can get downhill. He can make the guys around him better. I'm going broad-based, impressed by his growth year by year, and then the positivity to stick with the Washington Wizards organization that has been wildly fluctuating during his tenure. So a lot of things, professionalism and growth probably at the top of the list.
Interesting story about the Lakers. The Wizards have suddenly become very appealing, but guess what, Doris? They ain't as appealing as you. Looking forward to seeing you on a call for the Lakers Wizards tonight. Thank you as always.
Thank you, Stephen A.
Russell Westbrook is getting ready for tonight's game. The Wizards lost Monday night, but Westbrook recorded yet another triple-double, his 12th in the month of April, passing Wilt Chamberlain's 1968 record for the most triple-doubles in a single month. After the game, Russ said this on his triple-doubles.
I don't care what nobody thinks about it. I don't care if somebody thinks it is stat padding or it wasn't useful when Magic and Oscar and those guys were doing it. But now that I do it and it looks easy, it ain't easy though, I tell you that. I don't take nights off. I don't cheat the game. So with that, I'm okay with the results of going out and competing. And if it's a triple-double, then why not? That's my motto. Why not?
We now welcome in Russell Westbrook's former teammate on the Thunder, the one and only Kendrick Perkins, joins the show. Perk, we just heard Russell Westbrook saying Monday that there's no one like him, and he seems to think people take it for granted. Put into perspective what we're seeing from Russell Westbrook right now.
Well, listen, I'm going to say this, okay? We're witnessing the most athletic point guard to ever play the game. And when I look at Russell Westbrook and I compare him to all the greats and the greats that are still playing the game today, his game, it weighs in on you heavy, meaning it's polarizing. And it's only a few players in the history of basketball in the NBA that game was polarizing. You look at Kareem. You look at Jordan, you're talking about LeBron James, you're talking about Giannis, Oscar Robertson. And when I say polarizing, that doesn't mean like a disrespect to a guy like Larry Bird, who's a skilled guy. I'm talking about the way that this Russell Westbrook attacks you, the way that he affects the game, not taking possessions off. I mean, it weighs heavy on the opponent. You have to worry about him scoring. You have to worry about him rebounding. You have to worry about him making plays for others. And then on the other end with his athleticism, you have to worry about him locking you up with his defensive mentality and that killer mindset that he has. So with all that said and done, in my opinion, someone in that all-time top 20 list of NBA greats, when Russell Westbrook retires, is going to have to move the hell over.
Let's stay in the Eastern Conference, Perk. The Celtics, let's get to them. They lost to the Thunder on Tuesday, their third straight loss, despite 39 points from Jaylen Brown, who did not hold back after the game. Listen to this.
Yeah, man, we got to play with more of a sense of urgency. The passion needs to show on the court. The urgency needs to show. We need that desperately.
I know what my concern level is. What's your concern level about these Boston Celtics right now?
Well, Stephen A., I can't even lie to you. It's through the roof, okay? This is a team that is a first-round exit. Their ceiling is a second round, and I'm only giving them that because they have a three-headed monster that could light it up at times. But when you look at the others on their team, Shimmy Ojale, Romeo Langford, Grant Williams, those guys are just not good enough. And I watched them last night against the Oklahoma City Thunder, a game that they needed, a must-win. And those guys had an opportunity to capitalize on the moment, not only to win the game, but to show the NBA world that they are NBA players. Because remember, those guys are under rookie contracts. Those guys are still auditioning. And what happened to Oklahoma City Thunder, who had lost 14 straight, came in the Garden and gave them a spanking. It's not looking good for the Celtics. I thought that their ceiling would be the finals this year because this is a team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I got major concerns.
You should have major concerns, no question about it. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.